Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, paper 12, November 2015, question 31. Which elements are present in NPK fertilizers? The name itself is self-explanatory. N stands for nitrogen, P stands for phosphorus, K stands for potassium. So nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, yes. Nitrogen, potassium, calcium, no. Sodium, phosphorus, potassium, no. Sodium, potassium, calcium, no. So the correct option for this question is option A. Question 32. The apparatus shown is set up and left for a week. So we've got damp iron wool, we've got air, and we've got the tube inverted in a water trough. Which diagram shows the level of water at the end of the week? So the damp iron wool will react with oxygen in air. So since air contains 20% by volume of oxygen, so 20% of air would be used up. It would react with iron. So 20% of water would rise up the tube. So in A, we've got 0% rise. In B, we've got nearly 20% rise. In C, we've got around 90% rise. And in D, we've got a negative percentage of rise, which means it falls. So D is automatically incorrect. A is incorrect. Now, between B and C, we've got a 90% rise and 20% rise. So only oxygen reacts. So we will have a 20% rise, making C incorrect, and option B the correct option for this question. Question 33. A farmer moves his cows into a concrete shelter for protection. There is little access for fresh air once the door is closed. Which gases would increase in amount in the shelter? So there is little access for fresh air. That means gases that would be released would be the ones that would fill up the shelter. So carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide will be exhaled. Carbon monoxide is not present. Carbon dioxide and methane, yes, because they would eat vegetation which would release methane, and exhaling would produce carbon dioxide. Next, carbon monoxide and oxygen, no, the amount of oxygen would decrease and carbon monoxide would not be present. Methane would be present, oxygen would be decreased in quantity because of breathing. So this makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 34. A student is asked to draw a diagram showing the uses of limestone. Limestone is calcium carbonate. So use number one is in making cement. Yes, because we've got calcium carbonate reacting with SO3, SO2, not SO3, producing CaSiO3, which reacts with oxygen, producing CaSO4, which is called gypsum. And gypsum is a mineral that is a composition of cement. So this is correct. In two, we've got making lime. So calcium carbonate upon decomposition produces CaO and releases CO2 gas. CaO is what is known as lime. So use number two is also correct. Use number three, added with hematite to a blast furnace. Yes, this is correct as well, because in the blast furnace, CaCO3 would react with SiO2, which is the acidic impurity, to produce CaSiO3, which is known as calcium silicate. And this is the composition of slag, which is the waste product in extraction of iron. So all three uses are correct, which makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 35. Which formula is that of an alkene? Alkene has a general formula of CnH2n. So the number of hydrogen would be twice the number of carbon. So C2H6, so this should be C2H4. So this is incorrect. C3H6, this should be 3 times 2 is 6. So this is correct. Next, C3H8, this should be C3H6. So it is incorrect. And the last, C4H8, not C4H10, making option B the correct option for this question. Question 36. Which row describes the formation of a polymer? So the monomer is ethane and the polymer is polyethane. No. Ethane is an alkane. Alkanes do not serve as monomers, and polyethane is not a polymer. Again, ethane is not a monomer, and polyethylene is a polymer, but its monomer is ethene, not ethane. So next is ethene. Ethene can serve as a monomer to form polyethylene, not polyethane. So the last one, ethene can serve as a monomer to form the addition polymer known as polyethylene, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 37. Hydrocarbons obtained by fractional distillation of petroleum can be cracked to make useful products. Which substance could not be obtained by cracking? Propane with a mass of 44. So if we have C3H8, this is what propane is. So we cannot have anything which has a mass greater than that of C3H8. So C2H4, 12 to the 24 plus 4 is 28. This is correct. C3H6, 12 3 is a 36 and 6 is 42. This is correct as well. Next, C4H8, 4 12s are 48 and plus 8 is 56. So 56 is greater than 44, making this incorrect. And the last one, hydrogen, which has an MR of 2, this is also correct. Therefore, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 38. Ethanol can be formed by fermentation of glucose. Yes, this is correct. Reaction between steam and ethene, which is addition of steam and ethene, this is also correct. So which of these processes uses a catalyst? So in fermentation of glucose, the catalyst would be yeast, and in reaction between steam and ethene, the catalyst would be H3PO4. So both of them would use a catalyst. This makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 39. The flow chart shows the preparation of ethanol and some important chemistry of ethanol. Substance X upon fermentation produces ethanol. So substance X has to be glucose. Ethanol through process Y produces carbon dioxide plus substance Z. So if ethanol is producing carbon dioxide, process Y has to be combustion. And combustion produces carbon dioxide and water in case of hydrocarbon or anything that contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, which is the case with ethanol. So X is supposed to be glucose, eliminating options A, C, and D. So option B is correct. Y has to be combustion, and Z has to be water. And since a high temperature, it could be steam, or rather, it is steam, right? This is water in the gaseous state. Therefore, option B is the correct option for this question. Question 40. What are the properties of a dilute solution of ethanoic acid? Ethanoic acid is vinegar. So what are the properties of vinegar? Appearance. Appearance is sort of colorless. The options are colorless and red. No, it cannot be red. It has to be colorless for appearance. And smell. Vinegar does not have a very good smell. So it is not odorless. It has a pungent smell. A pungent smell is not very welcoming. It is a stinging smell. So this makes option C the correct option for this question.